I love doing these as a team, and I also, hold on, let me make sure. Um, okay, there we go. Caroline, I muted you, but I'll unmute you for you to talk. I love doing these just because it's really, really important for us to get together once a week and to just go over what we need to go over. In some weeks it's going to be me or another leader on our team. Some weeks, we're going to have guest speakers. And so these team Zooms are very, very, very important because, you might hear me saying something like consistently week after week, day after day. I might be saying something, and let's say Caroline says the exact same thing, but just in a different way, and it clicks and makes so much more sense to you. That's the whole point of having other people get on these Zooms, because if it was me week after week saying the same thing, it's going to get so repetitive and you're just going to get used to it. And so I always like to have a fresh face on here. So if you don't know who Caroline is, she is a diamond on our team, soon to be double. She is a badass. Like, seriously, she started off as a customer with me whenever I was going double, right? I think I went double whenever she enrolled as a customer, and I was like on her. I was like, are you ready to order? Are you ready to order? Are you ready to order? Hey, are you ordering? And she ordered, what was it, a fit pack? Like the biggest fit pack that we had. And so it was a lot of BV. And I was like, I need this order for my promotion. Like, hello, I need you to like order your products now. And she ordered, she fell in love with the products. And she just started messaging me about the business. I had no intentions of signing her as a distributor because I just needed volume to fill my promotion for my volume to fill for my promotion, right? And she came to me about the business because the products were changing her life so much. So watch your customers, you guys. Still talk to them. Like, we still talk. Like, she had already signed up as a customer, and we would just like chat. Like, she would swipe up on stories of the kids or like my life, and we would just like have these like 2-second conversations and go on about our day. And now look at her. And I'm going to let you actually tell your story, because there are some people on here who don't know your story. So you should be unmuted and take it over, sister.
That's the one thing that I didn't plan for. Like, I'm over here with like pages of notes. Is it recording?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
I'm over here with like pages of notes, and that's the one thing that I forgot I needed to prepare for because I suck at telling my story. Basically, am I allowed to look at all the people? I don't want to look at just myself. Did I mess it up?
Does it let you change it?
Did I mess it up? I switched to seeing everybody because I don't want to see.
I think you can change it to what you want to see. I pin it. Like, for me, I pinned you, so I see you talking and I see everybody at the top.
Okay, great. So I'm Caroline. Everybody this came from It Works. Literally, no one in my actual life calls me Caro. That's an It Works thing, and I don't even know how it came up. But now a lot of people, a lot of the time, say YOLO Caro, because I've gotten to the point where I don't give a dang what comes out of my mouth. And like, if someone's like scared to do something, I'm like, okay, well, if you're scared of doing it, it's like, just go do it. And I had to implement that like to myself, because I wasn't practicing what I preached when I was telling all of these sideline sisters and my team and all these people. I was like, if you are scared of doing something, then that's literally like your gut telling you that you need to just do it. Because once you do it, it's nowhere near as scary. Just like riding a bike or whatever. Like, my uncle that I really don't like is the one who taught me how to ride a bike, and he just let me loose down a hill like flying. But after that, I knew how to ride a bike. So basically, that's why I'm called YOLO Caro. Anyways, I am 20. Obviously, Carly said that I joined as a customer. After my first month as a customer, I bought the Fit 30. Y'all, that's no longer a thing. That was $156. I was in college full time. It was 12 credit hours, but that's like 4 classes, technically full time. And it was a lot of work for me because I was working, I was working, my regular was 60 hours at my full-time job. Max was like pushing, like, when I needed some extra money, it was about 80. And then it's like, how is that possible with one job? I'll tell you. And then max, I have hit a little bit over 100 hours in 1 week. And how I did that was 16-hour shifts. We're working doubles because we had 3 different 8-hour shifts, and I would work doubles, whether it was working 11 p.m. to 3 p.m. or if it was working 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. or 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. Like, I was working all the shifts. I was a CNA. I'm a very petite person. If you haven't seen me in person, a lot of us are petite on this team. I don't know what it is about that, but like, I'm like 5'3", and I was up here at this veterans home lifting like 300, 400-pound people, and I'm like a teeny bopper, and I was the youngest person working there, and nobody ever wanted to help me because I was always super willing to help everyone else. And like, because I cared about the residents, and I didn't want like someone doing something by themselves that they didn't need to be doing, because a lot of the things, being the CNA, you need 2 people or more. And so I would end up all the time being the one not helped. I was taken advantage of all the time because people knew that I would get something done for a resident that wasn't even on my list that I was assigned to, because I cared about them. So I was taken advantage of there. There was constantly rumors going everywhere, like at any workplace. I was also working part-time at a retail store, and everyone knows that Carol hates clothes. Trying to get out of that. But, so I was working a lot, and I saw Carly on Instagram. She was pregnant with Riley, and I was obsessed with Berkey. I call her Berkey, and I've never even like met her in person, but it's just because, I don't know. But I've always been obsessed with Berkey. The first time, like, Carly was like live on Facebook one time with Bert, and she said, hey to me, and she said my name, and I legit, like, I was crying. Like, I'm obsessed with her kids, and that's what started that. I don't have kids, but I was, like, obsessed with Carly's kid and her cute little pregnancy and her pregnancy pictures and stuff, and that's why I just kept, like, watching her life posts and stories and stuff while I was a customer, and that's why I ended up signing as a distributor, even though I was, like, scheduling 4.5 hours of sleep into my days, because I was like, well, I'll make time. And I was like, I'm busy enough already. I'm used to always being busy. So I joined for that reason. Yeah, with sleep, basically. And so, let's see. It took me a while to get my first customer, and it was like a guy best friend that I begged. And it took me, let me think. I joined in April 2018, by the way. I didn't mention that. But let me think. I lost train of thought. Anyways, I had a very slow start. Anyways, and then, let's see, April, May, and June. June, I don't know what happened. I just kind of, like, caught the vision, and I was like, oh, okay, so I need to be posting. Mind you, this is my 2nd month, because this is a topic that people wanted to cover. I didn't come into this just knowing how to do a business post. I didn't know how to do a live post. I didn't know that stuff. I looked at Carly's stuff. I looked at Courtney Lavi's stuff, Courtney Bohr, Kristen Kirkendall, the typical people who've been doing this for like their lifetime. And I was like, okay, so that's how they do a post. I'm just going to do a post. And all I did was in my day-to-day life, we got keto energy in our business kit, and I worked all the time. So if I was in my scrubs, I'd take a picture with some keto energy, and I'd talk about it. And I just put it up on there, talking about how much it was a lifesaver at work. And talking about being able to fit the business opportunity into that busy work schedule is literally like that month I went Ruby, by the way, in June. I joined in April. May was very slow. June, I went Ruby. And I signed my first ever DT in June, like June 1st. And then that back then to go Ruby, we had to have 5 people. I signed all 5 of those people. No. I signed 4 of those people. One of those distributors signed 1 person in my 2nd month. And then by the very last day of the month, I went Ruby. Or it wasn't even the last day of the month, I don't think. But I went Ruby. And when I saw the commissions check, like our prelims, I was like, holy crap, this is paying for my car this month. Like, I was like, oh my God. But then for some reason, my stupid self, again, college student, I was 19, I don't know, I was stupid. I fell off. Like, I literally just dropped off the face of the earth. Like, my post dwindled down. I stopped talking to people. I stopped talking to Carly. I wasn't really asking any questions anymore. And I just, like, basically everyone thought I'd quit, like was one of those that just fell off and just quit. And let's see, went Ruby, and then in August I was actually built to Emerald just so my upline could go Diamond, and I'm not proud of that whatsoever. And I got that $5,000 bonus, and I thought it was something post-worthy, and now I look back at it and I'm like, God, that makes me feel like shit. But I was built to Emerald in August, so Ruby in July, Emerald in August, and then after that, everything like went way downhill. My Emerald check was a high one because Emerald average is what, like 900, and it was like a $1,200 Emerald check because of the $5,000 bonus. And each month after that, because I still was not working, I wasn't posting. I would throw up a post every now and then. It probably confused the crap out of Carly and them, but like I wasn't even like thinking about what my leaders were thinking. And I was like still in the team chat, but like not in the team chat. Like I was just in there, and like my face would probably pop up red. And I know that there's some of you who are like that. Okay, so I went Emerald, and then let's see, August. I don't know the months of the year. Hold on. July, August, September, October, November. Okay, September, October, November, December. My check just went low, 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 and then in October, when early bird tickets released for conference, Anderson was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to Tampa," and I was like, "Dick, what?" I was like, "No, only leaders go to that," and he's like, "It's in Tampa. Why not go?" And pause.
Touch on why your check went low, low, low. Because what were you doing? Nothing, right?
I mean, like I wasn't working.
So
I was not working.
Everybody take that into consideration, okay? The second that you reach that promotion that you're working for, it doesn't stay if you're not working. You don't go Ruby and continue to get paid as Ruby. You don't go Emerald and continue to get paid as an Emerald if you're just sitting here. Do you know what would happen if I, Triple Diamond, just sat here and said, I'm just going to let my team do it. I'm just going to let them work, and I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to make money. That's not going to work. I might make money for a couple months, maybe 3 months, and then guess what happens? Low, starts dropping. And then next thing you know, I'm maintaining executive as the lifetime ranked Triple Diamond because I'm not working. No matter where you are in this business, you have to show. But that's what.
But like I was an Emerald, an undeserving Emerald, and of course I was still posting about that $5,000 bonus. And like I had been like posting kind of consistently and made it look kind of on the outside, like in my post that I was working and talking about that bonus all the time and blah blah blah. I still look back and I'm like, oh my God, I'm pushing. But by December, mind you, Anderson like made us get early bird tickets for conference. Didn't make no sense, but I'm not gonna go into that. And conference would be January/February, and in December my check was like good God, I don't know how low. Went from $1,200 in August to I don't know if it was like $50. I don't remember. I really would like to go and look back at that. But when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, we leave next month to go the farthest I've ever been from home. And I live in Alabama. I didn't travel much as a kid. So Tampa was the farthest, Tampa, Florida was the farthest I've ever been from home. And I don't know, it was like something clicked and I was like, oh my God, we're going next month. I was like, I haven't even tried to continue with my products and my weight loss. I'm going to be looking like an influencer when I go. I'm going to be like the biggest one there. All these anxieties set in, and that's when I was like, no, I'm not going. I'm not making any money right now. I haven't lost any time to weight. I'm going to be the biggest one there. Like, I'm going to be the lowest rank there. And I was just like, no, we're not going. And literally, just because he was like, no, we're going. Like, it's planned. We're going. He then booked a hotel. I don't know. The hotel is like wet, set in stone. So I just started working. And I was like, okay, I'm going. I got to do this. And I decided, let me think. I just kind of like decided, and then in January, my check had gone back up to executive, so it was like 100-ish, 200-ish, because I just like in December just started like hitting the ground running, And then I was rebuilding an entirely new team because I had let my old team down and they were not coming back to life. And I reached out to them. And that's what you need to think about when you decide that you might want to fall off the freaking wagon. You're letting so many freaking people down. It doesn't matter if you're distributor, executive, or Ruby. The people who aren't even on your team, you're letting them down because they were watching you hoping that they could join you. So I just started rebuilding. And let's see, by the time we left to go to Tampa, I had been paid as an executive. My team was being rebuilt. I had welcomed my rock star Sabrina that month, and we're going to be going to the team retreat in Texas together, and road tripping, and went to conference. We road tripped there, me and Anderson, and it changed our freaking lives. We saw people got to go on stage for recognition for their weight loss before and afters. And Anderson looked at me and was like, "We're going to be there next year." And I was like, he's like, "We're going to be there next year." And I was like, "Okay." And that's when we started this whole Floyd Hustle movement, if you've seen that. And left conference, went back to the job that I hated. By the way, I had already quit 2 other jobs. Posted those in the lifeless page. Thanks, Carly. I always forget that I quit my CNA job for all the harassment and all the being taken advantage of and like killing myself working at 19 years old. I quit the retail job just because I freaking hated it. And I was now working at a car dealership. Now getting even worse harassment than I did at all the other places. I don't know if you ever worked at a car dealership, but there's like, I don't care what you say, it's majority men, and men are pigs, and it's just ridiculous because you're like the youngest, just little female there, and so they're gonna be pigs, okay? Car dealerships are bleh. I don't care if you love them, I hate them. I actually came home from conference, and I actually legit, I was on the phone with Courtney back and forth trying to, Courtney Booth, she's my double diamond upline. She became my best friend. I was like consoling with her, trying to figure out what to do because I was like, I have to be diamond if I'm gonna quit because like this job I can't take it anymore. I was driving home every single day crying my eyes out. I was crying at work, trying to hide it. It was ridiculous. I ended up quitting my job April 3rd. And April, if there's a 31st in April or a 30th, whatever the last day was, I went diamond and got the $10,000 bonus. So I quit my job before I went diamond because I was like, I just have to. And I went to the beach that month.
And
so, what do you want to say?
So, I remember when Caroline had those jobs, and I remember whenever she would text me, and sometimes it was like me, her, and Courtney in a, group chat, and she would talk about how, she hated her job. She was like, "I'm miserable going here. Like, it's like making me sick going here because of what I'm having to go through at this job." And literally what I told
physically
her,
sick, physically.
I was like,
vomiting,
you need to pour into this business. Don't let what's going on at this job that you hate distract you from what's sitting in your lap, okay? And so if you're going through something in life, no matter what it is, a job that you hate, if life is just trying to knock you down, don't let that knock you down. Don't let that keep you from where this business can take you. Because what if Caroline would have been so focused on how she hated that job and how it was just not where she wanted to be, but all of the complaining and all of the negativity, like what if she would have just focused on that and not taken my advice to be like, cling to this business, make this work for you so you can leave that. Imagine where she would be if she never did that. But I told her that day after day. Courtney told her that day after day. We were like, if you need to go diamond to quit that job, freaking do it and stop complaining about that job and just say, you know what, I'm here dealing with this until I don't have to anymore. And that's exactly what she did. Exactly what she did.
But yeah, I think it was. Oh no, I loved the CNA work. I loved my residence. Sometimes it was just a lot because I was 19. I had permanent injuries from a really bad car accident, and it was not good for my body. And also, like the work environment, like I said, harassment constantly. I was underpaid. I was taken advantage of by like management, like it was just bad. And then the job that I quit before I went diamond was at the car dealership, and I was like I had worked every single department at that dealership. They took a lot of advantage of me. I did not like it. But anyway, so went diamond, and now I have literally like made the decision that I'm gonna be in the VIP section at conference this next time because your girl is turning 21, and why would me turn up for my 21st birthday and not happen in the VIP section? So that's me. Turn up. Yeah, it works knows how to party, you guys. Anyways, anyway, so I asked yesterday or the day before for some questions. I think it was yesterday, or topics that you guys were like struggling with right now. And I'm just gonna start off with like a lot of people feel like they are struggling with being like outgoing and reaching out to people. They don't want to feel annoying. You have to get ready to take notes, please. I have different things that I want to say that I hope stick in your freaking brain. So, like I said, starting off with feeling annoying, not being outgoing, not wanting to reach out. When I started this, I have like a really rocky past where I'm from, like where I still am. I'm working to get out of here. I have a very rocky past here. My entire town like already hated me. So imagine me like starting It Works. Just think about it. You were nervous about what people would think of you starting It Works. I already knew everyone hated me, and I started It Works. Anyways, like it took me a couple days to put up my first post, and I had like a minuscule dirt list. Like I didn't have a dirt list. I had like a dirt list. So let me just start off saying that I was never always outgoing. Basically, it's like you just have to come to terms with the fact that I've heard this on multiple podcasts. One of them being like Abby Capper's. I've heard it on Tony Robbins. I've heard it on multiple different ones. But literally, like what we do is a game of offense, not defense. So you have to literally just accept the fact that you have to go to people. You have to reach out. You just have to. It's freaking terrifying. You might shake. You might cry. You might pee yourself a little. You might need to drink 2 Coronas before you do it. You might, I don't know, I don't care what you have to do, but 5-second rule, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit send. And then you did it. It's like, oh my God, I did it. And the world didn't come crashing down around me. Okay, this is a business of offense, not defense. That's the first thing I want to say. So basically, just like I said, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, like I said, I don't care what you got to do, whether you're sexual, whether you're peeing, whether you're drinking, whatever you got to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit send. 5-second rule. There's a book on it. There's like a YouTube on it. I think 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just do it. Okay. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay. So something that you do not need to be shameful of is what you have your hands on. I don't know if you guys have seen all the different results that we have in the album and the team page right there for you to get into your potentials. But this stuff has changed not only my life and Anderson's life, but like thousands of people's lives, whether it be their health, their minds, or their wallet. Like you are so selfish if you keep this to yourself. Okay, I want you to think of that. You are extremely selfish if you keep this to yourself. Basically, it's like very rarely, like yeah, people have reached out to me before, but like very rarely do they come to you. And it took me forever. I am one of the first people to admit that I had the worst messaging anxiety. I still get it, but I didn't really overcome it until like a month or 2 ago. Like I've always had the worst reaching out anxiety, but very rarely do they come to you. And literally, the reason why I'm saying you would be being selfish for not reaching out to people is that your next freebie that could have needed that extra $500 a month to keep from being evicted literally could have been the same amount of nervous you were to reach out to your enroller if you reached out to your enroller about the business. They could have been the same amount of nervous that you were, but didn't have that little twinge of confidence just to reach out, like, and press in and ask you, like, what's going on. And you not reaching out to them and being on the offensive side is what, like, that's the line between them getting evicted and that $500 being your next ruby and helping you get to emerald or diamond or whatever you're going for. That's the line of selfish and serving. Okay, you have to basically, you're being selfish if you're not reaching out, you're being serving if you are. Anyways, pick which one you want to be. Do you want to be selfish or do you want to be selfish? Anyway, 5-second rule. So get over that fear for yourself and just stop being selfish. I still have to tell myself that daily whenever I don't feel like messaging. Start fearing for the people that have not heard of it. I literally don't know where I'd be if I didn't see Carly on Instagram or wherever the heck we found each other. It's still kind of blurry to me because we were friends on Facebook too. But, and we're from different states. And I know it was from like a host to host or something, what Carly says, but I thought I found her on Instagram. I don't know. But yeah, basically, I don't know where I would be without this business, and I am fearful for the people who haven't heard of it. Like, I want everyone to know that. Okay, so, anyways, so now the next one. So that's my question. I want you guys to like leave off with on that little thing with being outgoing or feeling annoying. First of all, you're on offense, not defense. Second of all, be serving, not selfish. And third of all, like, just don't be shameful of what we have, because what we have is literally amazing. The people who trash talk what we have are like ignorant. They're straight up ignorant, confused, uninformed. They're poor souls. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyways, let me make sure I didn't have to. Oh yeah, sometimes you don't know like what you're capable of until you step outside of your comfort zone, and that's going to either be by choice or by force. And for me, like, Carly is in Texas, I'm in Alabama. It's not like she can come over here and press in for me, so the forcing was not going to happen unless it came from myself. I just had to force myself. So you never know what you're going to be capable of. I never thought that I could get over $17,000 in bonuses in a year with an online company. Like, I never knew I was capable of that until I stepped outside of my comfort zone. Okay, that's that. Anyways, so sealing the deal. A lot of people are very frustrated about people not following through with their work, clicking submit. Let's see, like just clicking submit, like becoming the customer, becoming a distributor, not replying on the day that they said that they got paid and they were signing up. They were so excited and they go. I understand it's infuriating because you want this for them, but it's like, here come the two words. Are you following up? It's a legit question. Are you following up? It's like, do you hear that? Literally, I want y'all to tell me in the chat, do you hear those words so much that it honestly makes you want to block all of us? Do you hear those words that much? Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. Are you following up? Follow up Friday. Oh my gosh, did you follow up? How many times did you follow up? Like, I get sick of those words and I say them all the time. Okay, so I don't know, like, how many times we have to tell you people that it takes an average of 5 to 21 times for someone to not get distracted, or for someone to have the money, or for someone to click submit like on your order. It takes an average of 5 to 21 follow-ups because they forget. I forget. I still haven't placed an order with Shine that I made like 2 months ago. You can get frustrated with them like all you want, and you can get frustrated with us saying that the fortune is in the follow-up. But literally, like, how many times did you have to say something to your new dog or to your kid for them to have it drilled into their brain that this is how we do things? You know, like, how many times did you have to say something to your kid or to your dog for it to comprehend and get what you're saying? So you may get sick of us saying follow up, but that's all it is. That's all there is to it, and that's why we have the connection. Anyways, so there's, I look at it like this. There are 3 reasons that people don't click submit even when they seem like super excited. 1, money. 2, distraction. People got kids, people be at work, people fall asleep, people get a notification on their phone and forget about you. Okay, 1, money. 2, distraction. 3, trust. And this is where it comes into me talking about this is a cycle. I don't know if y'all have ever been in school with those pictures of the clouds and the rain and then the water and the grass or whatever, and it's like arrows just going around talking about whatever that I can't remember what that was called, but I can still remember the image. You know what I'm talking about? It was like in science they were teaching us how like the condensation makes clouds and the clouds makes rain and then rain like gets into the oceans and then it evaporates again and makes the clouds, and it was like a cycle about rain or something. This is what I'm getting into. So money, distraction, trust are the 3 reasons that I think people, that I truly believe that people don't click submit for an LC order or a DT joining. And trust, number 3 is my favorite. Number 2, distractions, that just goes into follow-ups. Number 1, money, follow-ups. Number 3, trust. Nothing pisses me off more than hearing someone say, I'm just bad at posting. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Nothing pisses me off more when someone just says, I'm bad at posting. I just suck at posting. I don't know. Okay, so where do you think like all of your leaders got their like niche for posting? Number 3, listen. The 3 reasons people don't click submit are money, distraction, and trust. And money, distraction, and trust. Trust leads into this cycle of how this business is literally a cycle, just on repeat. So anyway, so where do you think your leaders like got their thing for posting, making life posts, making business posts, making product posts? Because we listen to our leaders. Am I cutting out? Okay. Because we listen to our leaders. And then what do you think those leaders did? They listened to their leaders. You see the pattern? Implement, okay? So the term leader is literally given to someone that other people should follow in order to get to a common goal, okay? Someone got to diamond. You want to be diamond. Follow the leader to diamond, okay? So turn on post notifications of someone that you really resonate with, or someone you just really like their posts, or you think their pictures are pretty, and post every single time they do. We've all said it. Carly drills it in, I drill it in, Courtney drills it in, Allison drills it in, Brianna drills it in, everybody drills it in. Turn on post notifications. I have post notifications on for Cheyenne Knox, I have them on for Carly, I have them on for Kristen Kirkendall, I have them on for Morgan Martin, I have them on for all these top leaders who their posts, like I'm just like, their posts really give me inspiration because again, like I'm a person just like you and I still need ideas for posts. So if you say like I just suck at posting and you've been in this business for longer than 2 months, listen, I hope you get offended. But you don't suck. You're just lazy. Okay? 2 months is 60 straight days that the leaders have posted every single day. That's 60 posts. 60. And if they skip a day, okay, it's 55 posts. So if you've been in this business longer than 2 months, really sit back and think, do you suck or are you just too lazy to like sit there and try to go find the tools. We have life post worksheets in the team page. We have threads with comments of business post examples. We have a team page with all these lives, and it's like, go to the team page before you even come to the chat, or and before you even go to your leader. If you've been in this longer than 60 days, man, like, of course, I still text Carly daily with a question about something, and I've been doing this for 1.5 years. But it's like, there's a group there that we pour our heart and souls into. Poor Carly has built that team page from the ground up. Go to the search bar and search posting, or post, or life post, or business post. You will see so much pop up that you won't need to ask in the chat. You won't need to text your enroller because you have the tools. You just haven't been using them. AKA, you've been lazy. There are documents in there, PDFs or whatever, of worksheets that literally somebody sat down and made a freaking life post worksheet that you can use as a template to make your own life posts. And I've sent the links to those worksheets in the chats. They're literally in the team page. Go look at the files in the team page at the top. There's a little swipey side to side thing under the cover for those files, albums, whatever. Look at the albums. Look at all the tools in there. Like, legit. Use the tools. Now, listen, if you are new or whatever, just go on the team page. If you are new, if you have been in this less than 60 days, honey, please come to the team chat. Come to your leaders. Come to whoever, because yes, you're new. You're not going to know how to post. You're going to have so many questions, but of course, you can go in the team page and also search it. That's what the team page is for when like we aren't available to like explain every single thing to you. That's what the team page is for. Like when we're not there to like explain every little detail, that's why we explain every little detail in the team page. Numbered instructions, again, worksheet, lives about posting, apps to help with your pictures, ways to take cute pictures. There's non-spammy like product pictures. There's a whole album of them that are unedited so that you can put your own preset on there. And it's just like, there's an entire team page, y'all. Go use it, you know? And so basically I wanted to say, if you're just like saying like, it's just, when you say I suck at posting, or I just need to do it, or like I just don't get it, it's just, you're not sitting down and like going and looking at all the tools. And we're not the only group that you're in. There's more groups that you're in than Dashing Diamonds. There's groups that you can search. There's all the leaders' profiles on Instagram and Facebook. There's so many tools. Sit down, map things out, and use them. Because if you're not, then you don't just suck at posting. You're just being lazy. You're not putting enough effort in it. And I hope that stings some people who keep thinking that they're bad at posting, because once, literally, when you say that and we're like, just try to type one out, and you sit there and think on it and send it back to us, it's golden. It's a beautiful post. You just didn't want to have to sit there and put forth the effort. So you were just like, I don't know how to post. I'm not good at posting. I suck at posting. Okay, anyways, so if you're not posting, that brings me back to number 3 of why people don't seal the deal. And it's trust. If they don't see you posting and being hyped and like loving the business you're in and loving the products that you're in and like literally just posting, if they don't see you posting about it, it's so simple. They're not going to trust you. Like, they're not going to think that you're serious about what you're doing. They're not going to think that you believe in the products that you have. They're going to think that you're too ashamed, going back to the word shame. They're going to think that you're too ashamed to talk about it everywhere. And then, again, if you're following up also, but they haven't been seeing you post, like, again, it's a trust thing. Like, if they haven't seen you posting, like, they're just not going to trust you as much. But if they see you're passionate about what you do, if they see you're excited about this new business that you're in, if they see that you're excited about one day being able to stay at home with your kids, if they see all of that, they're going to trust you, and you are way more likely to seal the deal when you literally look consistent and passionate about what you're doing. And that goes back to the life post. It's like hand in hand. Trust, life post, biz post, product post, trust with follow-ups, and it all smashes together. And I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then a few more things. Instagram worthy pictures. Sarah Neerman did a live on how she does her Instagram like poses and stuff, because it's in Wake, Pray, Slay, but I'm sure I can like share it in our team page. But all she does is go on Pinterest and she goes on Pinterest and she just searches blogger poses, and I'm not a blogger, so like I figure out something different. Like I'll do like this or something with my dog, and that's just not me. But like if you're wanting to look like that, or if you just need ideas when you're just stumped, I've done it before. Or I'll go to Carly's page and I'll try to figure out a way she's set herself up at her desk to look cute, because I felt like a frumpy potato just sitting in a chair at a desk. And I don't know, it's just, again, it's an effort thing, because there's examples of life posts and business posts. Look at the pictures that are hooked to them in the team page, you know? Look at the pictures of the post notifications people that you have turned on. Get ideas. I tell people all the time, prop your phone up. Literally, look, I have so many water bottles, and I'm sure y'all do too. Phone on self-timer. I prop it up on a water bottle. Literally looks like I'm not taking a selfie. Prop it up against a lamp. Put it in a windowsill. Prop it up on the back of, like, on the back of your couch down here. Do something if you don't have someone to take your picture. Invest in a $10 tripod. Invest in the little ring light that we've sent you guys a million times that we got from Amazon. But it's cheap. Just be creative. Like, put in the effort. It's just like with posting. Like, you just have to sit there and think about it. When I try to make a coffee video, you guys, I put my phone, pretend this is my counter, I just set it against, very tediously because it wants to fall over. I sit there until it stays straight against my counter, like the wall and the counter and the wall. I put it like that, put it on record, and then I make my coffee. Or I'll open up the cabinet and set it in the cabinet with the camera hanging out of it, so I can get the above view of me making my coffee. And then I'll use InShot to speed it up, or you can use Snapchat to speed it up. So that's about the photos. And then another person said that they just don't like being on their phone. Honey, I feel you some days. Some days I want to throw my phone across the room. Some days I don't want to answer any notifications I've gotten. Some days I literally wish I didn't have a phone. We all have those days. And if you just genuinely don't like being on your phone and you never have, well, look, you join a phone business. Plain and simple. You join the phone business. Either you're going to have to get over it, or this ain't the place for you. I mean, that sounds so rude, but it's just like, if you want the money, you're going to do it. You know, it's just like, I put a thing on my story earlier that I had screenshotted from somebody else, and it was like, if someone told you that if you got together $99 tonight, and like gave it to them, and they gave you $1 million, like, then they would give you $1 million tomorrow, you would find a way to scrape together that $99 so you could get the $1 million tomorrow, wouldn't you? It's just like, find a way to make time to come up with a post, find a way to take a picture, find a way to, find a way to get your little routine down with messaging. I'm still working on mine. Just find a way to do the things. You're going to have to be on your phone. Find a way to put up with it. Like, again, I don't care if you got to drink 2 Coronas before you do it. Find a way to get on your phone. You ain't going to get drunk. You'll just be happier. So, I'm not condoning alcohol use for working your business, just so you know. But find a way, because if you want the money, you're going to find a way. Okay? And I think that was about it. Like, in-story pictures, like, How to post about the business. Oh, somebody said something about losing followers when they post about the business or products or something. I should have written down how I wanted to word it because I'm gonna word vomit. No, I'm not. Okay. The way I would say it, I'm not gonna say out loud, but screw them. If you lose followers from posting about the products, screw them. Like, you didn't need them following you in the first place, so why are you worried about losing them? If they weren't someone that's interested in something that your business has to offer, you didn't need them following you. Like, a number is a number. It shouldn't matter how many people follow you. Like, you shouldn't give a single ding dong dang crap. You should not care. Like, you should only care that what's good is you only might lose 2 or 1 or 5 people who weren't interested in what you had to offer, and sucks for them because they just miss out on an amazing thing. But honey, the amount of people that stayed following you and liked that picture, I consider all those like potentials in my eyes. At some point, they're following me for a reason. I don't know if you guys have known how much I've posted on my stories, how much I have told people to get their heads out of their ass on my story. I have told people so many things on my story, and I might have lost followers. Who knows? I didn't pay attention to that. That's not income producing. Don't pay attention to the amount of followers. You shouldn't be sitting there refreshing, seeing if you're losing followers after you put up a post or after you put up a story that you're nervous about. Like, if it's you, who the frick cares? Because the people who are following you for a reason, and screw them. Like, if they unfollow you, like, you shouldn't even notice that. That's my advice on, like, being nervous about putting up business or product posts and losing followers. The number doesn't matter. But yeah. Sorry, I talked a lot. And there was a quote that I wanted to say. Alright, there's a few things that I found that I just wanted to spout out real quick. And I hope some of these stick with you. They're not from me, but they're what I found and I felt like you needed to hear. I'm going to switch out profanity with decent words. Screw motivation. You guys know I hate the word motivation. Obviously, you guys know what I mean when I say screw. Probably just laughing. You guys know that I will always say discipline over motivation. Anyway, so screw motivation. It's fickle and unreliable, and it isn't worth your time. It's better to cultivate habits than to rely on motivation. Force yourself to do things. Here comes the word force. Force yourself to get out of bed earlier. Don't just sleep in and be a bum. Like, you can do that some days when you feel like you deserve it, but you don't deserve it every single day. Force yourself to work. Force yourself by 4, 3, 2, 1 to click send. Force yourself. Block the family members that might judge you for whatever post or story you put up. Block the people from high school that you're nervous are seeing the things you're putting up. Like, whatever. Motivation is fleeting and easy to rely on because it requires no concentrated effort to get. Motivation can just come to you. You don't even have to chase after it. But habits are reliable, and motivation is fleeting. Okay, so you need to create your habits, create a routine in whatever busy schedule you have, and stick to it, because relying on having the motivation to work your business, you are going to sink, honey, and you are not going to surface. It's a miracle that I surfaced, honestly. I don't even know how I did. And then there was a few other things. Okay, so I want to reiterate back to the first question of this Zoom. And it was, are you where you want to be right now? And every person said no. Every person, including me. So it's like, if you don't work for it, then like, why do you think you deserve it? A lot of this Zoom comes down to you've just been lazy and not feeling like putting in the effort. I never feel like just putting, actually lately I've just felt like putting in the effort. But that's just because I freaking love It Works, and I'm just like feeling it, and I hope you guys can feel it. But I don't like putting any effort to message, but I do it because if I don't work for it, I don't deserve it. Just like I say, I hate the fact that I was built to Emerald the first time, that I rebuilt myself to Emerald and felt like I had done an actual promotion. I had a whole new team and I did it myself. So basically, it comes down to one simple thing. It's like, how bad do you want it? Like, where do you want to be? Like, are you where you want to be? Everyone said no. So where do you want to be, and how bad do you want it? Because if you don't want it bad enough, you're not going to work for it. And if you don't work for it, you don't deserve it, and you're not going to do it. But that's all I had to say. I know I talk a lot. But if there's anything in the chat.
Yeah, if y'all have any comments, any questions, put them in the chat. But I hope y'all are taking notes because I got a page and a half of notes and just some things I want to go back and touch over just to make sure that y'all got this. But obviously, you know, part of her story, what she was going through at her job, how she hated it, but she overcame that and she poured into her business. And she knew that if she let that distract her and let her, you know, not work this business, that this business wouldn't go anywhere. And she made that switch. She made that decision to start showing up to this business. She made that decision, you know, no matter how tired she was, no matter how she felt, no matter how stressed she was, no matter how annoyed she was, she showed up to this business. And she's now doing a training for us as a diamond, about to go double because of the decision that she made, okay? And that goes back to, if you're not where you are, make that decision and just start showing up. The other thing was to not be ashamed of what we have, right? Because we've seen these products change people's lives. We've seen Caroline's before and afters. We've seen these products have changed my life, okay? And if you haven't used the products and if you don't have your own personal before and afters, that's coming for you. But make sure that you're using the products the way that they're intended to be used. And share it, shout it to the world, right?
I went diamond before I even lost like a significant amount of weight for people to see. Like, I didn't have a really good before and after when I went diamond. So if I can get the 8,000 volume and the $10,000 bonus without having a really good before and after, you don't have to have one.
Yeah. Yeah. But having those before and afters goes back into the trust that she was talking about, because people see, okay, you use these products. I see what it does for you. I trust it coming from you. Because if you're not posting about these products and if you're not talking about them and if you're not using them, why is Sally going to order them from you? She doesn't want to just give you money so you can make money if you don't actually believe in what you're promoting. That's why we always talk about being a product of the product. Next, this really stood out to me. It's selfish not to share, but it's serving to share this business and these products, right? And y'all have heard me say over and over again, I joined this business for selfish reasons. And you probably did too, right? You probably all joined for money or freedom or whatever, for something for you. But along the way, and honestly, it was when I went Ruby, it was like, I need to share this. I need to give this to as many people. And that's a serving act, because that's me. I got my hand, and y'all know that if I never would have said yes to this business, if I never would have said yes when I did, and I never would have committed to this business, and if I was not consistent and I didn't show up to this business, do you know that none of us would be here right now? Have y'all had that thought? So think about that when you go and you feel like quitting.
I cried about it.
Yeah, like when you go and you feel like quitting because it's just too hard. Think about the girl whose life that you're going to change. And that's something that I told Caroline. Like, every now and then she'll text me, I'm so thankful for you. She would not be where she is if I hadn't said yes to this business. Think about that. Where would I be if I didn't say yes? Where would you be? So it's selfish of you to quit this business, because yeah, you're giving up on you, but you're also giving up on that girl who's watching you, who's waiting, she just needs that right time in her head, you know? And maybe it was going to be tomorrow, but you quit today, right? And maybe she was going to be your rock star. Maybe she was going to be that distributor that took you to triple or ambassador. You never know, okay? So it's selfish to not share and reach out, and it's serving to share. Then there was another thing.
Offense, not defense, is a big thing for me.
That was, yeah, I wrote that down. I really like that. And then when she talked about why people don't click submit, and it's because money. Okay, talk to them. Did you have the money whenever you joined this business? And if you did not, send them a voice message talking about that. Okay. If it's distractions, if they think that, oh, well, I'm a single mom, I'm not going to be able to do that. Oh, perfect. Actually, my Triple Diamond Upline's a single mom, and you should get on a FaceTime, us three, and we should talk about this. Use your resources, you guys, or trust. Why don't they trust you? Is it because you're not being consistent in posting? Is it because you're not a product of the product? Okay, so that really stood out to me. And then that last quote that she said, I wrote it down. I drew. It's got arrows pointing to it. If you don't work for it, why do you think that you deserve it? Just go ahead and end it.
Oh, I have one more quote.
Like,
I forgot. I'm sorry. This is a good one too.
share it.
There's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in doing something, you'll only do it when it's convenient for you, aka when you feel like it. When you're committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results of your work.
Yes. I love it, you guys. I hope that y'all got some really good notes after this or from this, but I am going to go ahead and end the